Good morning, people and peepettes. I hope everybody's well. It's just your madman. Hope you're nice and managing to keep cool in this continued hot weather, which is starting to drive every one of us a bit bonkers. Although, give it a couple of months, we'll be complaining it's too cold. So, there we go. First of all, a big thank you to everybody that likes and subscribes, shares, comments, whatever. I do try to get to look at the comments, and I do try to respond as and when I can. It's just a quick one this morning because I've literally just got my first cup of coffee on the go. It's the government are setting themselves up for a massive anger problem from a lot of people across the UK. And before I go any further, condolences and thoughts to the family of PC Andrew Harper, who was killed 7 years ago in the line of duty. So two of his killers are due to be released under the early release prison scheme, and I think they're due to be released in January. There's been major uproar. There's been an outcry about it, and understandably. And like I said, my heart goes to the family. No police officer, no matter what you think of the police, in reality, no police officer should be going about his line of duty and not come home. It's I can't even think of the right word I want, especially this early in the morning. But it's indefensible that he can be going about his line of duty and be killed. But like I say, whether you like the police or not, and people know my opinions. So yeah, my thoughts to his family. And quite rightly, there's been an outcry that two of his killers may be released under the early prisoner release scheme. And quite rightly, the government have now said they're looking at options as to how they can change their already set plans so that his killers stay behind bars and serve the rest of their sentence, whatever the sentence they was given. And I applaud that. I applaud that by the government. I applaud the fact that they're going to look at it and try and come to a conclusion where they don't get released. However, this is where the problem is going to lie for the government, and this is where it's going to come straight to their feet in outrage and anger by hundreds, if not thousands, of other victims of other criminals, such as some rapists, muggers, whatever, whose perpetrators of their problem of their attacks are going to be released. The whole system is now going to explode because, and I quite rightly, like I said, the killers of PC Harper should not be released, and I quite understand the anger behind the possibility of their release. So, like I said, well done to the government for looking at it. But you're going to get Elsie Smith from down the road, who was mugged, knocked to the floor, probably suffered a broken hip, lost her belongings, unable to go out now without fear. Her mugger might be released into the same community. She's going to be quite distressed, and again, more wary that she can't go out because her attacker is out. You're going to get, I don't know, John Smith, some great nephew or something of Elsie Smith, who was attacked on a night out in Cleethorpes or Grimsby or Scunthorpe or Hull or whatever city, town across the country. He was attacked, ended up in hospital with a broken jaw, maybe a fractured eye socket. His attacker is going to be released. He's going to be like, well, I can't go out now because I'm scared of what might happen, repercussions and so on and so forth. Do you understand what I mean? So it is going to blow up in the government's face, and should the correct decision be made and PC Harper's killers don't get released, but Elsie Smith's attacker and her cousin, nephew, whatever, his attacker gets released, will there be an outcry of two-tier judiciary again? Will there be a two-tier judiciary system in place? Is that what people are going to think? Is that what people are going to fear? And if so, with the state of the nation the way it is at the moment, what might happen? The government have made their bed by introducing this early release scheme, or carried on with it after the outcry of last time. Now they're going to have to lie in it. But they don't lie straight, do they, apparently? But now they're going to have to sleep on that bed that they've made. Could be worth watching. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, your neighbours, your elders, your relatives, family around your table and people that you know far and wide. Look after people in the street. As always, just say a quick hello to somebody who looks a bit down on the haunches, and you know, you make a massive difference. Look after yourself, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And at the moment, the way things are going, our cups are getting emptier and emptier. And just take care. Stay safe, stay proud, stay loud. Peace.